She told HR that I had stolen the monitor, the desk, and the chair that I bought with my own money, set up in my own apartment, and had been using for 2 years. Me, I stole from myself. That's the accusation we're working with today. So, a little context. I've been fully remote for about 3 years. When the company went remote, they gave everyone a small equipment stipend, like enough for a basic webcam and a mouse. Anything beyond that, on you? So I invested. I bought a proper standing desk, a quality monitor, an ergonomic chair, the whole setup. Receipts in my email, card statement with my name on it, my stuff. Fast forward to last spring. The company does this remote work buddy pilot program where two people in the same city share occasional co-working time, like meet up at someone's place once a week to collaborate in person. My assigned buddy is Dara. Dara is enthusiastic. She comes over the first week, sees my setup, and I genuinely think she's just impressed. She keeps saying things like, "Oh wow, this is so professional, and I wish I had something like this." I'm being friendly. I offer her the guest chair. We work through the afternoon, it's fine. The second week, she doesn't bring her laptop. I notice right away she walks in, bag on her shoulder, no laptop bag. I ask if she forgot it. She goes, "Oh, I figured we'd just share yours since you have the big monitor." I blinked. I said, "Dora, I need my monitor. I have 3 meetings today." She laughs it off, says we can work around each other, and just sits down at my desk, at my desk, like she lives here. I pull my laptop to the kitchen table and let it go because, fine, whatever, one weird day. But then week 3, she shows up again without her laptop, and this time she says, and I quote, "You have so much more space than me, it doesn't make sense for both of us to be cramped." I do not have more space than her. I have a dedicated office because I specifically chose this apartment for a dedicated office. That's not luck, that's a decision I made and pay for every month. I told her clearly she needed to bring her own equipment. This setup is mine, I paid for it, and I'm not comfortable sharing it every week. Very reasonable, right? She gets a little quiet, but okay, I think we're done. We are not done. The fourth week she comes back and she has a printed form, an actual printed form. She slides it across my desk and says, "I talked to the facilities team and they said that equipment purchased under the remote work program is considered company-assisted property, and co-working participants should have equal access." I stared at that paper for a long time. I said, "Dora, the stipend was $300. My setup cost me over $2,000 out of pocket. There are receipts." She goes, "I need you to hear this." She goes, "Well, you shouldn't have bought more than the stipend covered if you didn't want to share it." I told her to leave just like that. I said, "I think you should go home, get your laptop, and work from there today." And that's when it came apart. She stood up and said loudly, in my apartment, "This is so typical. You always act like you're better than everyone on the team because you have nicer things. You're being selfish, and honestly, it's a hostile work environment." Hostile work environment in my home that I pay rent on. I said, very calmly, "You need to leave my apartment right now." She started going on about how she was going to report me to HR for creating an exclusionary co-working dynamic. I don't even know what that means, and that the monitor was clearly company property because I benefited professionally from having it. And here's where I maybe went a little far, and you can tell me. I opened my laptop, pulled up my email, found the original receipt, turned the screen toward her, and I said, "This is the invoice. That's my name. That's my credit card. And that's my door. I'll give you 30 seconds to decide which one of us is walking through it." She left, she was shaking. I honestly don't feel great about the 30 seconds thing, but also, I don't feel that bad. She filed the HR complaint that afternoon, called it theft of company-assisted resources. I submitted my receipts, my card statements, a photo of the original stipend email that literally says, "Funds are a one-time personal equipment contribution and do not constitute company ownership of purchased items." One sentence. Right there in the email she had also received. The HR call was 2 days later. Our manager was on it, Dara was on it, I was on it. The HR rep read the policy language out loud, the same sentence I just quoted, and then said on the call with Dara present, "Based on the documentation provided, the equipment in question belongs entirely to the narrator. There is no company claim. This complaint is closed and will be marked as unfounded in the record." Unfounded, on the record, with Dara on the line. There was this long silence after that. And then our manager said, "Dara, do you want to address anything?" And Dara said very quietly, "No, that was it." The co-working buddy program got quietly discontinued 2 weeks later. I don't know if those two things are connected. I mean, I know, but I don't know. Honestly, though, was I too harsh? The 30 seconds thing, the turning the screen on her, was that too much? Or did she get exactly what she walked into? Comment below. I genuinely want to know where you land on this one.